Welcome to this podcast.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
You should have gone to bed. I got shrimp cooking.
Shrimps?
Time.
What you got shrimp cooking for?
Amanda's cooking shrimp for me.
I can't hardly hear you.
5,000 popcorn shrimp. You can't hear who?
You.
Can you hear him okay?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's still kind of not as loud as it usually is, though.
I don't know. I'm retired.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need
I
professionals.
think last week you were talking about that venomous snake guy.
Yeah.
Found him, and he was like taking out this gaboon viper or whatever. This thing was enormous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, I mean, them gaboon vipers, man, they get up to like that big around.
Yeah.
They're kind of short, but it's crazy. Now the markings on
wheel tonight.
That would be the 3D printer going in the background.
Oh my God! Let's just do this a different day.
Oh, come on!
I'd rather listen to the dogs eating.
The dogs eating are.
I've decided it's true. I'm getting old. Like the littlest things make me so cranky. Like on the road, if we're driving somewhere and something's vibrating in the car, I literally pull over because I just can't deal with it. I'm getting old. It sucks. I'm getting old.
So I used to manage body shops, right? Well, I managed a Ford body shop. Had this sweet little old lady just come in, and she had a rattle, Lincoln Town car, had a rattle in her dash. We worked on that thing trying to find it. She was finally drove me crazy. So one day, I'm in the car with her riding around to hear this intermediate rattle, and she's like, "Did you hear it?" I was like, "No, ma'am, I didn't." She says, "It's doing it right now," and I swear I could not hear it. I think this lady had something going on. But finally, I said, "Is it still doing it?" She said, "Yeah." I reached over and turned the stereo up and says, "Can you hear it now?" That was not a good conversation to have when I got back to the body shop. Yeah, that was bad.
It ain't causing no problems anymore, is it?
No, I don't know where she ended up taking it to because she didn't come back.
It wasn't your problem anymore. That's
No.
Right?
I just had to take an ass chewing for a little bit from the dealership owner, but other than that, no big deal.
So anyway, what's up? I mean, I'm getting old, but we're doing the podcast is today Wednesday?
Yeah.
So we're doing the podcast on Wednesday because, why don't you tell everybody why we're doing it on Wednesday? Just
Monday night, or actually Monday morning, real early, I just woke up and my heart was racing and my blood pressure was up some. So, of course, me and the wife went to trying to figure everything out and all that good stuff. So, didn't sleep much. Finally went into my regular doctor and they did a bunch of tests and the EKGs and all that stuff with the heart came back because, of course, we know how great my coronary system is.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Ray had open heart surgery
6-7 months ago. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So there's a reason.
Yeah.
That you were nervous about it.
Yep. So come to find out, little water helps a lot of stuff. So
yeah. A little dehydration. I've had that before. So now we know how serious it is. Next time I'm dehydrated, I'm going to tell Amanda, I'm be like, it's not from drinking. I might be having heart issues. And then she can't say anything about it. So I like that.
Hold on a second. Molly just walked in from work and was like, what the hell's going on? So carry on, boys.
Molly.
Yeah,
my wife just texted me. There's a tornado warning in Janesville, and one of her friends was trying to get home to Shell Rock, and she stopped there, and they're pulling the car in the garage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is there? I'm looking right now. I don't even see.
Oh yeah, Shell Rock. There's some nasty.
Is it just going north of us?
I don't know what. Yeah, it's up there by Waverly, Shell Rock.
It's got that backside on it coming across by Waverly Shell Rock, going right through Clarksville right now.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect. Don't know how many trees I lost at the cabin.
Yeah.
Is that coming up near you guys or just down towards the?
It's north. It's
going to go north of us, and then the one that's going through Iowa Falls right now is going to go south of us. So in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, when it comes to storms. It comes through, and it can be a storm that covers the entire state in about 20 miles by Wellsburg, where Mike lives. That's where it just rumbles through there, and then it just splits, and it just divides around our little 10, 12-mile area, and then it comes back together usually. Or it breaks up after us. But they get hammered north of us, they get hammered south of us, and we usually, I don't know, sometimes we get a little rain. Like today was nasty. It looked like it was going to be so bad. We had the employees moving cars, so they weren't underneath the trees, and then that way I could move my cars under the trees and hope for major storms. And what did it do, Andy? Rain for 15, 20 minutes?
Yep. I thought we were in Florida.
Yeah. It did. It was like it blew in off the coast. Exactly. It's the tropical storms of Iowa, man. It's what we get. It's freaking crazy.
We had a hurricane come through, last week before last? Yeah. That's just, that's no big deals around here, though. The only thing we worry about now is just flooding afterwards.
Yeah.
So
Ray, you don't like snakes, and Andy, you don't like raccoons. For me, it's bats. Man, I'll tell you what, those things, they creep me out. They're little flying vampires, and you get up close to those things, they live in behind your shutters on your house. So I was redoing a house, and my wife goes, "Don't take those off." I'm like, "What are you talking about? The shutters, they attract bats. The only thing that's behind shutters is bat crap and bats." And I'm like, "There ain't no bats around here." And so I took them off. They were full of bats and bat crap. I ran down the street. You see a great big fat man running down the street, something's going on. In fact, I don't run, and so if I'm running, you should be running too, because something really bad is chasing me.
So here's the deal. With saying that, I've got to talk to Cap and Carolyn, my mom, and get the iPad and see if I can download the video. So years ago out at the cabin, Dad had a piece of plywood up against the sidewall of the cabin and then had stuff built underneath to where he could stack wood, get the wood up off the ground, then use the cabin as a backstop of it. And he wanted to tear that all down. So I went out to help him do this and went up to pull a piece of plywood off, and like 10 bats came just because it's on the cabin, the old strip cabin. So there's like that quarter half-inch gap behind it. And I'm like, oh shit, like this ain't good. Like there's gonna be bats there. And they were on the ground stuff. So one of the cool things with bats is they hang upside down, because if you get a bat on the ground, they can't take off. They have to hang, drop, and that's how they start flying. They can't like run and take off flying or anything like that. So that's why they.
So when they hit the ground, then they're done.
Yeah. So if they fall all the way to the ground, you just walk over and smash them. Like no problem. Yeah, they're just at that point they're a mouse that has these two giant freaking wings slowing them down, right? Like, but
they cannot take off from the ground.
No, a bat can't fly off the ground. The bats around here now, like. I don't know about friggin' Count Dracula or any of that bullshit.
I'm out.
Call me out on this, but a typical bat cannot fly once they're on the ground. So to go back to the story with Dad, I'll get Mom. We have a video. So Dad was filming with an iPad, and there's nothing out there. And I'm like, well, I'll take care of this. So I grab a shovel, and I'm like putting the shovel up under the plywood, trying to rip it away from the building. So I'd go up and pull it, and like 30 to 50 bats would drop, and they'd just go. So I'm straight playing baseball, and there's one where it comes across, and you see me swing, and I hit, and I hook that sumbitch all the way around to Dad sitting a half mile away, hiding behind a four-wheeler, and you just hear clunk, and you see this bat come flying right at the camera and rolling. I will find the video. I will get this video to Madison to, like, she has to put it in here. If we can get this, I'll get it tomorrow, so it's going to delay our editing. She may just have to say, like, insert Andy's video part here, or I'll get it and we'll put it on the TikTok page. That will be so y'all, here's the deal. I'm not going to put the video on here. For the 14 people that are watching this, you have to follow our TikTok, and I'll put the damn thing on there. That's what we're going to do.
And I did look it up. Bats cannot take off the ground because of their anatomy.
Yes.
Yep. It said if your bat's on the ground, it's either sick, injured, or otherwise weak.
Or it got knocked out of the place it was sleeping, and it didn't get a chance to open its little legs up. Because you can see them; they're all crawling on the ground. I'm walking around smashing them. It's if you don't want to see shit die, it's not the video to watch. If you don't care about bats,
I get the value of bats. I mean, they eat bugs. Yeah. They're good to have around, but they just creep me out.
Haven't you had them with us bow fishing?
What?
When we're both fishing, we have them swarm us all the time. We'll have bats.
Oh yeah, I do remember we had a couple of 2 or 3 or 4 around us.
Yeah, and that's where it's fun because you're standing up and you see them coming at the light and they move real quick and you're like, oh, I know he's gonna be close to me.
Snakes are really mean. Snakes are the only thing that really get me. So
yeah, I don't do snakes.
Yeah.
At all, and I don't do raccoons at all.
So yesterday, Kenzie's outside cutting grass and weed eating and everything. I'm sitting here working, and she comes in. She goes, she's like kind of frightened look on her. I was like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "There's a snake over by the AC." She said, you need to go take care of it." I was like, "What you want me to do about it?" I was like, "Can't help you, baby girl. Sorry."
Hey, sweetheart, you need to call your real dad. I think normally, but not in this situation.
Not in this situation. No, I did. I ended up going out to the barn, getting the shovel, and going over where she saw it, and I didn't see it. So it either got going or she saw some stuff. So
see, and that's an issue for me because I didn't sleep for 2 or 3 days because I'd be like, that snake is somewhere.
So we went and got the snake be gone stuff that you sprinkle around the yard or whatever. That's the first snake I've seen here since we moved in, and we moved in 2012, I think. Yeah. We were actually working on the house, and a big old black snake went crawling from underneath the back deck out to the woods behind the house. That's the only 2 snakes. Well, I didn't see this one. So,
when we're building our place up in Crawford County in Wisconsin, the old guy that's next door, he says, "Yeah, you gotta watch out for the rattlesnakes. They live up on these hills." And I'm like, "Really? Like big timber rattlers?" He's like, "Yeah, they're not as big as they are out west, but there's rattlesnakes up here." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." So I won't be out hiking in shorts and flip flops much.
I won't.
So back to the cutting the grass thing. So Ray, you cut the grass, Andy, you mow the lawn, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, me and Amanda mow together.
But I mean, you don't cut the grass; you mow the lawn.
Yeah, we mow lawn.
Okay.
Well, I mow yard.
Mow the yard. Okay.
Yeah, we mow.
I just cut the grass.
He cuts the grass.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine cuts the grass. I mow the lawn.
Mow the lawn? Yeah.
Yeah.
We mow yard or mow lawn. A lot of times I say I got to mow the yard quick. But yeah, I do say mow the yard. Well, we can get into all that. Ray's got it. See, now it's 2 Midwesterners versus 1 Easterner.
Yeah.
So before it was always him and Brandon making fun of all the stuff that I said. So what did we have to look up the one time? Like there was some sort of Long John.
Long John.
Remember looking up Long John donuts because you guys?
Oh yeah, because I've never heard of them.
They were the same as an eclair. I'm like
eclair, yeah, yep.
Oh seriously, they're not Long Johns down there, huh?
No, first time out. I mean, when you tell me that you need some Long Johns, I'm thinking you're gonna put thermal underwear on.
Yeah, Long Johns. We need to get a Long John the next time you're up here.
I'm down.
Oh,
shit. I gotta lose weight, man. I'm like 240 pounds. I still ain't dropped no weight.
Dude, I looked in the mirror last night or this morning. I was like, "You're just fat."
Yep.
Like just
sure did.
I can't. And Andy's doing some weight loss stuff now too. I'm like, it's so hard to just not eat.
So my problem is I literally get up in the morning and I walk it like 30 feet and take a shower, and then I walk 30 more feet and sit down, and my ass sits here until I'm done. Where when I was working at LS, like I would make myself get up at like every morning at like 9:30. I'd go walk the warehouse floor, say hey to all the warehouse guys, come back, and like 11 o'clock I'd get up and do it again. You know what I mean? Just cause, but
yeah.
Hell, what am I gonna do here? Just walk up and down the damn driveway for a minute? Probably a good idea to do it, but
it's all about self-esteem. See, when I look in the mirror in the morning, I'm like, man, you are good looking.
Yeah, damn you, sexy.
What's the Saturday Night Live skit? Gosh darn it, you're good looking, you're amazing, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Daily Affirmation with Stuart Smalley.
I'm going to do a terrific show today, and I'm going to help people because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Yeah.
That's Daily Affirmations by Stuart Smalley, I think.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Yeah, but that's the toughest part. I'm just not active because like I still don't. I still intermediate. No, what was the word, Andy?
Intermittent
fast. Yeah, I still intermittent fast basically. Like I eat dinner and I don't eat lunch. And now when I was at my mother-in-law's house, of course, she, every time the tray, I thought I was at the DoubleTree. You know how you go into the DoubleTree and they got the cookies right there?
Yeah.
Well, when the girls are over there, there's a tray that sits there and it stays full of cookies all the time.
Yeah.
Like you go by and you get 5. I think she cooks 5. You know what I mean?
Just keep filling it up.
It's just there.
That's my problem. Once I eat, then I just eat everything. If I could learn portion control, I'd have no problem. Like I didn't feel real good today, but so I feel hungry today, but I just cannot do portion control. Like when I go home to eat, I'm going to eat every ounce of popcorn shrimp I can possibly eat. When I know it's time to stop eating, I kick into what I call dad mode because I remember that from my dad. And that was, I paid good money for them damn popcorn shrimp. We ain't throwing away that 31 cents worth of food. I'm going to starve or I'm going to stuff myself until I, can't walk.
Well, I'm the garbage disposal. Like the girls, like I'll fix my plate and I'll eat. And then, of course, I get up and here comes Kenzie with her half-eaten plate. Hey, do you want this? And I'm the same thing. I'm like, I'm not going to throw it away.
See, that's what I am too. I'm like, and then you're married to Amanda who can eat like a half of a chicken breast and throw the bread and the pickle and 3/4 of the French fries away. And I'm like, nah, I'll have a French fry pickle sandwich, I guess. I'll put some mayonnaise on that shit.
Yeah.
Eat it. Like, I don't know.
Food, I don't care. It's just good.
Oh, I love it.
Especially when you're on vacation. What's your go-to when you're on vacation? What's the thing that you just like? I don't normally go out for this, but what do you do when you go on vacation?
Seafood.
Seafood?
I mean, if I'm if I'm down at the coast, we're either going to the fish market and getting it or we're cooking it. But
being from Iowa, when we travel the races or anything, that's why I always want seafood is because, we have some good places here, but it's not seafood. It's not the same thing as when you go down and eat in Tallahassee or, anything like that. It's just different,
Yeah.
How about you?
I've never been northeast. I've never been up to Maine, Vermont, up the coast that way. Apparently that's the place for seafood.
Depends on how you like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it depends on how you like it. Like you like fried seafood?
No.
Southeast, the Southeast is refried. Yeah. I'm not a big fried seafood guy. I'd rather have my seafood broiled or grilled or steamed or something like that. Every now and then, like I ate this weekend Sunday before we came home, we went to lunch with my sister-in-law and all them, and I eat like fried flounder because it's in season right now.
Every now and then I'll do a seafood boil. We'll get the big pot. Mm-hmm. We'll put corn in there. We'll put andouille sausage, some ring bologna or whatever, crab legs. And I tell you, I love crawdads. Not everybody likes crawdads or crayfish, but I mean.
See, I was getting ready to say, you mean crawfish?
Yeah, crawdads, crayfish,
crawdaddies.
Crawfish.
But I'll tell you what, man, I love crawfish.
My baby girl, she loves crawfish. Like sucks the heads and everything. Oh, just loves them. I mean, one year for her birthday, she told me, I was like, what do you want me to cook for your birthday? She's like, I want some crawfish. So I ordered some from Louisiana. Like they overnight it.
Oh yeah, they overnight it in a big old styrofoam cooler or a bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what we did one year. Like this year, she wants me to make Nashville hot chicken.
Oh, I'll come.
See, that's my problem. Another problem is Friday night.
Oh shit! Thanks for the wine.
That's I love to cook.
Hot chicken tonight.
Wait, what did you call it? Louisiana hot chicken?
No,
Nashville hot chicken.
Oh.
You ever been to Hattie B's?
No.
You ain't never been to Hattie B's as many times as you've been in Nashville, Andy?
I don't know.
It's called hot chicken. They make a hot chicken?
It's called Nashville hot chicken. Basically, what it is
make Nashville hot chicken. It's a thing.
But Nashville hot chicken originated in Hattie B's Nashville hot chicken.
All right, I'm gonna Google it.
Dude, KFC did chicken tender things that were Nashville hot chicken.
Well, yeah, after Hattie B's been doing it since the 70s.
Yeah, so it's a hot barbecue, but there's a lot of places that do.
No, it's not a hot barbecue.
It tastes like a hot barbecue to me.
Is it a wet chicken or a dry chicken?
It's a fried. Well, so basically, what it is a fried chicken breast, and they take the oil that they cook it in because it's got all the seasoning stuff, and they pour the oil over the chicken with the grease and the hot sauce and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an artery clogger.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Now I don't. I don't pour grease all over mine, but
Yeah, but you can go to a store and buy Nashville hot chicken to cook now.
it's not the same.
I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying Nashville hot chicken is a thing now. It's become a
it's a popular thing because
food.
Yeah, because people going, the whole tourist stuff in Nashville got it all.
It's just like everybody's making a Chick-fil-A sandwich now, right? Like Chick-fil-A had 2 pickles in their chick sandwich on a bun or whatever, and now McDonald's is doing it. I saw Burger King's got it. KFC's doing that now. Like everybody's got it.
Oh, the Burger King hot chicken sandwich. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
The new one?
Yes.
I don't do a lot of Burger King.
I like Burger King. Their original processed chicken sandwich is amazing.
Oh, it is. I'll give you that. The rectangle one? Yes.
And you're like, there ain't an ounce of chicken in this.
No chicken in it, but it's like a McRib. It's like a McRib. There ain't no rib in that basket nowhere. But they're getting to the point they're like putting too much barbecue sauce on it is what they're doing now. But the best McRibs were the ones at lunchroom. Did y'all have McRibs, the rib things in lunchroom at school? Oh, they were good. Yeah, we had those.
So
the square pizza.
I have a theory that
chicken now.
What?
What about Burger King's chicken?
It's so good. Went there after my wife and I went there about 10 o'clock at night one night after we were downtown Waverly, and she goes, she wanted a burger, and I'm like, oh, hey, that chicken sandwich looks good. So it's twice the size of a Chick-fil-A and twice as good. It's so good.
Oh, you can't say that.
I'm telling you, it'll give the Chick-fil-A a run for its money.
Corporate dream sponsor. Nothing is as good as Chick-fil-A.
So, so have you had the Hardee's chicken and waffle sandwich? They've got this 2 waffle. They've got, of course, 2 waffles as the bun, chicken, and then it's actually really good too.
Yeah, so I've looked at it, but when I go to Hardee's, I have to get a freaking Frisco burger.
He was talking about the Frisco burger all day.
I've never had a Frisco burger.
Oh my God!
God!
The Frisco burger at Hardee's is amazing. So we were just talking about this today on the way back from Kentucky this weekend. I stopped at a Love's that had a Hardee's because I'm like, man, I'm just going to grab some food. I haven't eaten anything all day. So I ran in or fueled up, had to find diesel. I was pissed off as it was. Went through the Hardee's, grabbed my food and took off. Got my curly fries, my Frisco burger. Life is good, right? I ate all my fries first. I didn't get anything else, just my Frisco burger and fries. I ate all my curly fries first. And then I was so excited, and I reached down, opened the box up. When I opened up, I'm like, this ain't right. Like, I seen bun. I'm like, this ain't right at all. So I look, and they gave me a freaking mushroom Swiss, and I'm like,
I used to like the mushroom. I used to like the Hardee's mushroom Swiss.
Here's the deal. I'm not saying the sandwich was bad. I'm saying
you were disappointed.
You spend your whole day hoping to have a Mountain Dew, and somebody pours you a Coca-Cola, you're like.
Now, so do y'all do that? Like, say if you go to a restaurant or something like that, or in my cup, I'm expecting to take a swallow, and it'd be Coca-Cola, but it ends up being like Mountain Dew for whatever reason. Do you do the whole what the?
Yeah,
I do. It's like it just shocks me whenever it's like a surprise, and I'm like, what the? I don't want.
You know what would shock you more is back in the day when I used to chew all the time. When you grab the wrong beer bottle or the wrong thing and you drink your spitter.
Oh,
that'll shock you. There ain't nothing
that
wakes you up faster than drinking 2 days old worth of tobacco spit out of a beer bottle when you're drinking.
Yeah, there is. When you grab your beer can and somebody uses it as an ashtray. Yeah, that's way worse.
Dude, when you take a drink of your chew spit, like someone else's chew spit, I would probably murder the person. And
absolutely,
it would kill me too. But
yeah,
like when you take that and you take the swig, you just feel that warm thickness, and you're like, oh shit! Like you instantly know, but it's just over, man. Oh God, I'm gonna throw up. I've drank a lot of Copenhagen over my years of drinking, and you're never smart enough to not do it. You're just not, you know. Like probably once every 2 years, you'd be at a party a little intoxicated, take a swig of it somehow. So you spit in one, drink in the other, and you just get them mixed up once.
Nah.
So I don't know. God, let's not talk about food anymore.
I'm about to starve now. We're eating spaghetti tonight.
Oh, I had spaghetti. We had spaghetti just the other night, and Amanda had to make it with the regular, what are the long noodles?
The regular spaghetti noodles?
Are they called spaghetti noodles?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so she had to make it with that, and it was still good, but it wasn't.
What do you mean, like the long thin ones or the long wide ones?
The long thin ones.
Oh, angel hair.
Angel hair, like the
Yeah,
super thin ones?
I don't know. What do you make your spaghetti with?
Spaghetti noodles.
Spaghetti noodles. Just regular old spaghetti.
Just regular old spaghetti noodles.
So,
But the really thin ones are called angel hair.
Angel hair, yeah.
I don't know if they're really thin. They're just regular noodles. Regular noodles. They come in a box, and you can crack them in half or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
It should be
what's
just
good.
spaghetti.
So we make our spaghetti all the time with bow tie pasta, and it is 1,000 times better.
Why is it 1,000 times better? It's the same dough.
So I feel like whenever you make it with spaghetti noodles, you end up with a lot of water in the noodles. Like you can't drain the water off of the noodles.
You're supposed to put it in the pan and kind of sear it off almost.
And I don't like trying to twist it all up and do all that stuff. Somehow you can just like fork a bow tie pasta piece. It has the right amount of sauce on it when it's all mixed up. I don't know. I could be wrong. Just do me a favor, both of you guys and anybody listening. Try it one time and tell me whether you thought it was better or worse. And
then that technically would not be spaghetti.
Well, what do you call the sauce? Spaghetti sauce? Meat sauce?
Meat sauce, I guess.
Fine, I like meats. Then here's the deal.
You like bow ties and meat sauce.
I love bow ties and meat sauce. Y'all can have spaghetti then. I hope I get to have some bow ties and meat sauce then soon.
You know,
so good.
I think we as a culture we put together our pairings based on what we had in grade school. Mm-hmm. So we have this conversation a lot. You know, what do you eat with chili? Well, I eat peanut butter sandwiches with chili.
Oh,
because
hell yes.
That's what we had. That's what they served at the school system.
They didn't do grilled cheeses?
What? No.
Oh, what? That's a whole separate meal, dude. If you're having grilled cheese, you eat it with ketchup, not with.
Yeah, or tomato soup.
With ketchup.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup.
You don't eat grilled cheese with tomato soup or I don't like tomato soup, but I eat it on ketchup all the time.
I'll eat a grilled cheese with tomato soup, but I'm not eating ketchup and a grilled cheese.
You just put ketchup on a plate and you got to cut it at a damn diagonal so you can
it's thick tomato soup. We'll just call it that.
Nah, tomato bisque and tomato soup is way different than ketchup.
God. The next time you come here, we're going to change your world.
I don't know about that.
This is why the Midwesterners are happy, bro. We know how to eat.
And some people have cinnamon rolls with chili because that's what they had as kids.
Who eats cinnamon? When is this?
And that's weird.
Who would have ever thought, let me give my kids cinnamon rolls and chili?
Yeah, that's the thing.
The cinnamon roll one. I remember somebody saying that. I don't know if it was here or somewhere, but I remember someone else saying that before, that they had cinnamon rolls with chili.
Yeah, for those of you that are listening right now, put down in the comments what you have with chili.
That's you, Madison.
Yeah, Madison. Madison, put down what you have with chili.
Please tell us what you eat with your chili. And if you're
for me, it's got to be peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah,
it's got to be triangle peanut butter sandwiches with chili.
Oh, do you do 2 pieces of bread like you make a sandwich?
Yeah. You have 2 pieces of bread and you cut it in a triangle because you can dip the point of the triangle in the chili.
I just take 1 piece of bread and I just cake it in peanut butter and then spoonful and bite.
Yeah.
No, that's just weird.
Have y'all ever put ketchup in your mac and cheese?
No.
Oh.
That seems like that seems bad. I don't know. That just
it just gives you a little bit of bite. Believe it or not, you will really, really like it. It's good. It is good.
You're a mac and cheese fan, aren't you?
Huh?
You're a mac and cheese fan, aren't you?
It goes in streaks, but I am right now again, yeah.
Oh, you ought to eat I need to cook my smoked mac and cheese thing.
I love smoked mac and cheese.
Yeah.
That should go with everything. Did you see the TikTok that we did with the jalapeno mac and cheese?
Yeah, I don't like jalapenos.
Oh, then you probably wouldn't like this then.
Probably not.
You don't have very much fun in life, do you, Ray? I mean, you got jalapenos.
No, I mean, I don't like to eat like. No, I don't like them. Never mind. Yeah, it's because I'm not a big onion fan, but if they're cooked in something, or I like a onion ring, or I like a onion gravy or something like that. Like I'm not putting onions on my burger and my salad, right? So usually anything in something that's cooked in something, I can pretty much handle. But jalapenos, the only thing I like a jalapeno in is guacamole, just to give it some spice.
So you don't eat like stuffed jalapenos then?
No.
You want to eat like a brat with just chunks of jalapeno all across it and cheese sauce? Oh,
No.
I like jalapeno.
It's not just something about jalapenos I've never liked. I like banana peppers. I don't like green peppers. I don't like red peppers.
Too.
I like banana peppers. Yeah.
Banana peppers are good. Do you like cherry peppers? The little ones? That's what they have at Jimmy John's.
No.
What's your favorite sliced meat? Like
Sliced meat?
Like a cold.
Are you researching random ass questions to ask on podcasts?
No, I'm just hungry.
For real. I like roast beef.
Zucchini, I like capicola.
See, we don't like that's like we got roast beef, turkey, and ham down here in the South. We don't have capicola and pastrami and all that kind of stuff.
What is capicola?
Oh, it's like a pepper wrapped ham.
Like a sun-dried chicken?
No, not at all.
Tomato chicken?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I don't know. Favorite sliced meat?
Like I thought it was Oscar Mayer was the only one until I was like in my mid-20s and saw my first deli counter. So
exactly right. I just go to Arby's and grab me some shit. Any sliced meat with cheese on it, because if you prove ham and cheese, we getting thumped by the storm now. Lights just flashed.
Yeah, it's coming in.
You put ham and cheese, good. You do roast beef, add cheese, good.
Pepperoni on any sandwich makes it better too.
For real. We're gonna get hit.
My go-to, if I'm out and I want to like splurge, I'm gonna get a charcuterie tray all the time. I like
a good charcuterie tray.
Yeah.
Here we go, because you had to explain this to me once, and I don't remember what it was. I told you that I wouldn't remember.
Basically, cheese and meat tray.
Cheese and meats and mustards and nuts.
Yeah.
And bread, like little crackers, and it's just. Yeah. It's fun. It's good.
I love a good meat tray.
Party snack.
Yeah. It's an app.
Go to a restaurant.
Our charcuterie trays what we have at races, Ray?
No. That's just like a meat tray.
A meat and cheese tray?
Yeah. So
describe the difference. Nuts and
mustards and fancier cuts of meat, fancier cheeses. Like you go to the Star Wars at Disney, and you go to the cantina. Did I ever send y'all pictures of this or tell y'all about me going to the cantina?
What's the cantina?
It's actually like it's made up like the bar in Star Wars where they're sitting there playing the music and fighting and shit.
No,
anyway,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. So you go in there and like they have different drinks and like they had these drinks that the kids could get and they would sit there and like they had dry ice in the very bottom of it, so it just sit there and fizzed and bubbled the whole time you were drinking. It was pretty cool. And then I had a alcoholic drink that made your mouth go numb when you drank it, which is really cool. But
from flour?
I don't know what they used to make your mouth go numb, but whatever was in there, you take a big old drink of it and your mouth's numb, just tingly. But they had that's pretty much the only foods you can get in there is they have little whatever they call them, charcuterie trays. But that's pretty much all you can get in there.
So I'm looking this up right now because I can't remember what it was. Now I can't say.
My wife just texted me the fireman stopped by and told him to get to the basement.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it's not good.
Do y'all need to get off?
There was 2 tornadoes that just touched down up there.
What?
Oh yeah, there's some ugliness coming into Janesville.
Is that headed north of us or south? That's north of us. What's the one coming through to us? It's in Wellsburg right now.
Yeah.
And it's getting nasty out. I can hear the thunder, but I didn't know there was any tornadoes, and Amanda's not blowing me up yet. It's clear to the south. That's probably because the storms are coming from the west.
Yeah, there's
go Molnix. If there's tornadoes on the ground, driving home's probably not your best option.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
yeah.
Did Mike leave?
The alarm keeps going off, so I don't know. Did he set it?
No, but no, I hope not, because it's hell for us to get out of this office. I didn't hear his truck leave though. But yeah, I can hear that thing beeping. But his truck would be the other direction?
Oh man, it's dark out.
Well, that's because it's 6:00. Gets dark around 9.
Really? Because I'm still getting plenty of sunlight around
No,
here.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
That storm's moving from the west, but that one's breaking up. The one that's north of us must be the one that's a little worse. We all have this awesome attention span. Anyway, so at the Cosmopolitan, they have a thing for in Vegas. It's the VERBENA. Does anybody know what that is?
No.
Verbena cocktail? I don't know. Lead mixologist at the Cosmopolitan. So you eat the flower first. So it's like a flower that comes and you eat this flower and then you basically chug down this shitty mix of tequila, I think, if I remember. And it alters your taste buds. It makes your entire tongue, everything super numb and tingly. And everything you drink or eat for the next day or next couple hours is just really strange tasting. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if anybody goes to the Cosmo in Vegas, you can try it. It's the verbena or something.
Yeah, the drink I had, you actually you could still taste it, but your mouth was just the feeling of it was numb. It was weird.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's something similar.
Could be.
It actually alters your taste buds. You can read about it.
Y'all doing a food podcast?
Yeah, I think we've turned into a food podcast now.
That's why I love Molly.
Hey, so
What's your favorite candy bar? Let's get into the real shit. Sorry, go ahead.
Milky Way.
What?
Yeah.
That's like the ones that all the kids give away.
That's
why you like them, is because everybody else gave you their
Milky Way. I love that soft chocolate in the middle of the Milky Way. Like a baby. I like not a bit of milk, like a Milky. No, hold on. Like a Three Musketeers too.
Oh, gross.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are good, but are they considered a candy bar?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think they're considered a candy bar.
For sure they are.
What's the definition? First of all, what's the definition of a bar?
It's something that if you run your head into it, it can knock you out. Well, if that's the case, then what the hell is a bar of soap?
It's a bar.
Okay,
it's a
so
bar.
what do you call
a candy bar?
What do you call the bar of soap you get in the hotel room that's round?
That's just soap.
So it's just candy then. What's your favorite candy?
Favorite candy is Skittles. Not Skittles.
Oh,
no.
Skittles are good.
No. What am I thinking? Starburst is what I meant. Pink Starburst.
Pez.
Pez.
Get a Pez.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
Shitty candy.
Yeah, that Pez didn't really have flavor, did it?
No.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, the storm is moving its way here. What's your wife saying now, Andy?
They're in the basement.
Where'd she stop at? The storm is north of Janesville.
No. She was home. One of her friends that was going to Shell Rock stopped there because of the tornadoes. They're both in the basement right now.
Oh, well, I don't know a whole lot. I mean, it is pretty close on that edge, but I would say in the next 5 minutes, it won't even be raining up there.
see, we don't have basements in North Carolina, so we're shit out of luck when tornadoes come.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
We usually go to the bathroom.
You don't have a basement?
No.
Yeah, that's a big Midwest thing too. I've found out.
Yeah. The East Coast.
Do you have a junk drawer?
Oh yeah, I got several junk drawers.
Okay, I've also so a lot of places don't if you say junk drawer, they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'm like, "Y'all don't have a drawer that you just put all the random." It's like I'm gonna need this screw at some point. Some bitch. Yeah. 30 years later, you're like, "I bet I bought 6 of those screws to find."
I was cleaning out one of my tool bags not too long ago, and I guarantee you I had enough of those crappy little things that you put IKEA furniture with. To probably be, if I had the wood, I could build something with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know how many of those little, I don't know what size they are, so I'm going to call them 5/16, right? Like the Allen wrench.
Oh, yeah.
How many of those I have? And I'm like, every time I get one of them sons of bitches, I got to throw it in a drawer or keep it someplace. I don't use it. I go out and get a good Allen wrench and use that, but I keep that one because you never know, right? Like, how many times have you ever been someplace where you're like, oh, I have an Allen wrench that's going to fit this, and then you grab it out and it doesn't fit because the only thing you use that Allen wrench for is that furniture stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I've got probably a baker's dozen of those things floating around.
They're amazing. You got to have
them. I just can't seem to get rid of them, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like they're gonna have a purpose.
Well, I saw that like on TikTok not too long ago. People were going around like, how Southern are you? And they were showing like the junk drawer. And then do y'all keep these like your shopping grocery bags like from Food Line? You got a bag where you got your other bag stuffed into?
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. At the farmhouse and here.
Yeah, just different
and in
stuff
the office.
like that.
We got a drawer full here in the office. Yep.
Yeah.
I use those to I double them up and I scrape the grease out of my cast iron to get rid of it so it doesn't go all over the place. I cook with cast iron, man. I love cast iron. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't cook with cast iron.
You guys don't know about cast iron, do you?
Who don't?
Ray does. I don't.
Oh, Ray. Okay.
Talks about it. I'm like, this is too much work.
That's why when I do my smoked casserole or mac and cheese, that's what I put it in. Cast iron pan. Fry some bacon up in it. Throw some. Oh yeah.
I'll go home and eat air fryer food.
I love to cook, man. And that's part of my problem too.
See, I have days where I like to cook, and then about halfway through it, I'm like, I should have just ordered food.
So I have no problem at all cooking most time. I just don't like cleaning up. And I'm a messy cook too. I tell you, I just get shit everywhere. But it's good.
For 42 minutes about food, and I am so ready to eat right now.
What are y'all talking about? I've got spaghetti sitting back here behind me, just stinking the house up, and I'm sitting here mouth watering.
My kids are right there pounding, eating all the shrimp and mini corn dogs. Those little mini corn dogs that we had at the damn Texas.
Where'd you get the popcorn shrimp from?
I don't know, box, Walmart or Hy-Vee or something. I don't know.
Okay, that's not
just
seafood.
Pour it out into the air fryer and push the button. What do you hand make it?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. If I so
I eat popcorn shrimp so fast it doesn't matter. It can't taste it.
So I think it was Saturday. Was it Saturday or Friday? Anyway, my mother-in-law ran down to the fish market and got fresh caught that day, shrimp head still on everything. We cleaned them and deveined them and put them on the grill, man.
Well, that's not popcorn shrimp.
No, it sure as hell ain't. I ain't eat popcorn shrimp.
That's good, yummy shrimp. I'm not,
exactly.
I shrimp in any form or fashion.
Oh, yeah.
I love shrimp. Shrimp is.
Now, I will say I smoked some shrimp for my father-in-law. He's from Baltimore, and he kept talking about once. I got them a big, not a big frig, a pit boss, right?
Oh, okay.
And so I went when I was there last week. I put it together for him and got it going, and was teaching my mother-in-law how to use it. My father-in-law was like, I had smoked shrimp. It's not, it's been 30 years ago, but man, I remember them just being so good. So I looked up how to smoke them, and I smoked them. They were not good. They were mushy and not good.
Yeah.
That's one of the only ways I've ever had shrimp that I didn't like. So
one of the things I love to put on shrimp, and I don't know how you say it. It's Tajin or tahine or whatever, but it's that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's like a Mexican lemon lime seasoning. It's delicious.
I make a pork marinade for a Puerto Rican pork butt, or what they call a pernille or something. And I use a lot of that stuff on it. It's really good. Dude, if I pulled out all my seasonings right now I have for barbecue and stuff, I had to make room in their cabinet for it. Because I get just different seasonings and try them. And
yeah, you got to have a good seasoning.
Yeah.
You're all killing me.
Well,
I'm never bringing food up on this podcast again. For anybody listening, if you're listening to this, I bet you've already pulled over to 2 restaurants. If you're
so the weekend before,
I'm so hungry.
Let's see, 4th of July that Monday. So it wasn't the 4th of July that Monday. I cooked ribs, and I do the 3-2-1 where you smoke them for 3 hours, you braise them for 2, and then you do another hour. I mean, you can literally take the bone and slide out of them. Oh man, things were so good.
Yeah, let's do a cooking show. I say screw NASCAR. So let's do our NASCAR thing on Monday and our cooking show on Wednesday. You can talk about all the fancy shit you do, and I'll talk about what I eat out of a can. They can just pour it on the tray and you put it in there, right?
Yeah.
So Mike Miller, he loves to cook as well. And Mike makes some incredible stuff, at the farmhouse and stuff like that too. And he'll make smoke all these ribs and stuff, and just incredible. And I can go get one of them banquet family like family style rib things for like $1.19, and I can cook those ribs in the oven for 20 minutes, pull them out, put them on a bun, and I'm as happy as a clam. I'm like, took me 20 minutes. All I did was slide this bitch in and cut a slit through the top of the plastic, dude. I love it. I know it's not real, and I know that I'm unhappy with how I live and look, and my arteries are all clogged up and soon to die, but.
So have y'all ever, I mean, of course at school you did, but at home, did your parents ever cook with like the mashed potatoes in a box?
Oh, I do it all the time.
Oh, really? Like
potatoes? Oh, yeah. Amanda won't eat them. I cook them every day.
So Caitlin was going to this music thing, and the lady, for whatever reason, she was like a nonprofit thing she had going on. But for whatever reason, every time she'd go for her guitar lesson, she'd come home with a box of just random food, like instant, potatoes, like cans of beans, bread, and all this stuff. So we were here one night, and I was like, I need to do something with them. So I cooked those instant mashed potatoes. Oh my God, I thought those things were so good back in the day, and I was like, oh, these are horrendous.
I can still eat them. Mm-mm. I can take them Idaho instant potatoes that are 99 cents, like that 4 cheese, and I can chop up some leftover pork chop or steak with it and just mix it all together and hammer it. I love them. Amanda will not eat them. If it's not, she has to peel potatoes and mash them all together, and I'm like, you don't mind me, I'm going to eat this whole thing of mashed potatoes I made in 6 minutes while you're still peeling the potatoes that we're going to have for dinner tonight. You can add some fake bacon to them too, like them bacon bits.
Fake bacon? You don't even take the time to cook some bacon?
No, you take bacon bits and drop them right inside. You can get, it's called real bacon, actually. It looks like it comes in like a little package.
Yeah, but it don't taste like real bacon.
Oh, no.
No. Yeah, it does.
Plug your nose and eat. I don't care.
Screw that. And I'm not a food snob by any means, because I'll eat whatever. But like, I enjoy the whole process of like cooking everything. Like Amanda with the mashed potatoes. Like I hate peeling potato, but I'd rather have that over some instants any day.
Do you remember a potato peeler where you could like put it on a thing? Did you have those?
And then turn it. Yeah.
The potatoes.
Yeah.
I wonder if they still make those.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I want one of those things.
For what? It's not like you're going to use it.
And make Amanda's life easier when she's making mashed potatoes. She puts sour cream into mashed potatoes too. It's good.
That's good. I like doing I like doing a double baked potato. So you bake the potatoes pretty al dente, but like you can, when you first can start kind of fill them, give some. You take them out, let them cool a little bit, cut them in half, dig them out. And then you mix them with like sour cream and cheese and bacon and chives and all this kind of stuff, and put them back in the shell and bake them with. So
isn't
good.
That twice baked potato?
Twice baked potato, yeah.
Yeah. And if you mix some ranch powder in with that, oh my.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like if you make mashed potatoes, like, with actual potatoes instead of the powdered mix, you put in the sour cream and the butter and some ranch powder. Oh, yeah, so good.
What's something?
We did that with Jell-O. I saw a TikTok on that and got Amanda to do it. Now Amanda and Delaney eat them all the time. You take grapes. Ray, your kids would probably love this too. The frozen grape thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you take a packet of Jell-O and dump it over the top and mix them all up and shake them all up really good, and then put them in the freezer and let them freeze for like 2-3 hours or whatever, and then pull them out and eat them as snacks. My family's hammering on them. I liked them; they were good. Not Amanda and Delaney will just stand around the freaking freezer and eat them all day.
Wow. So what's something like growing up that you ate and you like every now and then? It's something that you won't eat all the time, but something that every now and then you gotta have, and it may not be like the most normal thing in the world to people.
Chicken patties.
Fried mush.
Fried what? Mush?
Mush. The yellow blocks of I don't know how to describe it. It's cornmeal and it's yellow, and then you fry it up and you put syrup over it.
I haven't heard of that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh, mine probably actually. So I used to always eat chicken, like the Tyson's chicken patties, that you can just microwave or whatever. Like I ate those in summers all the time when everybody was gone and playing baseball or whatever. But what I eat still to this day, more than anything, I still love it, is tuna fish and rice.
Oh, I can't do tuna fish like that. Like you talking about out of the can?
No, you just make make like a cup of rice, and then you put a cream of mushroom soup in it and a can of tuna and mix that all up and make that. And so after when I had meningitis, I couldn't eat anything with the headache and some of the issues that I had after that for a while. So for like a month, I just ate tuna fish and rice every single day.
Maybe you need to get meningitis to get rid of that weight you were talking about.
I could just eat tuna rice. Tuna fish and rice every day. I'd be good to go. I've got Mike and Hunter both sent Snapchats over by Wellsburg. I can't check them right now, but I wonder if they had tornado stuff because Mike was driving home. So it'll be interesting to see what those are.
Yeah. My mom made Chinese food all the time as a kid, and I'm just not a fan of it anymore.
Made what?
Chinese food all the time.
Oh, really?
I could eat Chinese every day.
I could eat Chinese. Yeah, I don't need to, but I could.
I was probably in my late 20s before I had grits for the first time. Never had grits.
They're great, aren't they?
There was a place, I don't know, it was a franchise called Shoney's or something.
Yep.
And the first time I ever had grits, my uncle down in Florida made grits all the time. I'm like, what is this?
It's so good.
It's poor man's mashed potatoes.
So growing up, like my grandfather, they grew up on the farm and stuff and like slaughtered hogs and all that kind of stuff. So I pretty much ate it. If it was on the animal, I pretty much ate it. Like he was one of those, he wasn't like, you're going to eat it because that's what I put on the table, but you're going to at least try it. Now, if you tried it and didn't like it, he won't make you sit down and just hammer it down. Yeah. Yep. So I ate a lot, but one of my favorite things in the world to eat is beef tripe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fried beef tripe. It's so good. Like every now and then, you get a hankering for it. Molly won't cook it because she ain't. I mean, it's a job to cook too. Beef tripe, cow belly. What? Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. So if I wanted, I gotta get my mom to cook it. And now she's to the point she don't even want to cook it. So I hadn't had it in several years.
It's beef's belly.
Yeah, beef cow belly.
It's actually stomach.
Yeah, cow belly.
You cook the
actual lining of the stomach. Yeah.
Gross.
Nah, it's great.
Gross.
If I gave it to you and you didn't know what it was and you ate it, oh my God, you'd be like, oh, this is the greatest stuff. If I found out
what it was, I would kill you.
Why? If it's good and it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah. How do you know boogers aren't good?
I've ate boogers before. You did too growing up. Don't tell me. Don't sit there and tell me. Don't sit there and tell me and lie that you never ate a booger. I don't want to hear every kid.
You should see Bo. Like Bo will be digging in his nose, and he'll have this thing come out, and I ask Amanda, I lose my shit. I'll throw up. I'm like,
oh yeah. Well, last time I was there, I think he pulled one out, and you about lost it in the living room.
I can't do it. Vomit.
I'm not saying I was sitting around growing up like just chomping away. You know what I mean? But every kid at some point.
He'll dig and then he'll like pull it out and laugh or something. He gets it loose. He'll like laugh and it'll come out and it'll be like on it, like right here on his lip. And I'm like, oh dear God. I'm like just screaming for Amanda because if he ever like licks that thing, I'm done. Like I promise you, it will just be like projectile vomit of. Can't do it. I can't. Oh my God.
You know,
let's talk about racing because we have 6 minutes.
Oh yeah,
I've got a good booger story. It's a great booger story though.
Okay, let's hear a booger story. That's more important than
so
racing.
when me and Molly were first dating, I mean, hell, we hadn't been dating that long, and we were on. I can't remember where we were going. Couldn't tell you nothing about that. So I'm driving her car. She's sitting in the passenger seat, and I had sneezed or something. And when I did, I was like, I just kind of did the whole, just wipe it and whatever. So when I did that, I reached over and I put my hand on her leg, and I don't know how long it was there.
Oh.
But I'm talking about, Molly's said it wasn't long, but I put a big old juicy booger right on her leg, man.
God.
Oh, it was horrendous.
Mark your territory in North Carolina.
yeah, you got to put a booger on them to make them know you love them.
That's territory marking. Here in the Midwest, we just pee on a tree in their front yard,
I was watching. Do y'all watch Family Guy at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so I was watching the episode where they were climbing Mount Everest. Did you see that one?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so evidently, like Brian wasn't going to go, and then he goes, well, if you pee on the dog that pees on the highest point owns it, right? So he gets up there and he gets on the summit of Everest and pisses, and then of course they cut to all these dogs going.
Everything's smelling.
Yeah, everybody's smelling, and then all of them goes, well, damn, he did it. It's like, yeah. It's funny as that.
All right.
We don't want to talk about NASCAR now. I mean,
or we can talk about head cheese. I got a good story about head cheese.
Now, what's your definition of head cheese? Because we call it.
Well, I mean, it's like boiled gelatinous, like lips and ears and stuff. And my dad brought home head cheese one time and gave it to me and put it on a saltine with a little Tabasco. And I thought it was the best stuff in the world until I figured out what it was. And then I couldn't eat it again.
So that's like souse meat right here. We call it souse.
Yeah, hot
souse meat. Yeah, souse meat.
I'm so happy I don't know about any of this weird shit. I hope I'm not the only person who thinks that you guys are both either born in the early 60s or like I don't even know what any of this stuff is, and I'm happy about it.
I grew up in the country. I mean, with like.
Well, that doesn't mean you had to eat like grass.
Let me tell you, like when you worked on a hog farm, man, you pretty much ate what was on the hog. The only thing you didn't eat was the hoof because that shit hurt coming out.
I'll eat some bacon. I'll eat some tender. I'll eat
chitlins. You eat chitlins?
What are chitlins? I mean,
you don't know what chitterling? Well, they're called chitterlings. Is really what we call them chitlins. You've never had a chitlin.
I don't know.
I can say I've never eaten chitlins.
Oh, they're good too.
I don't know if I have or not.
But it's one of those deals. It's like I get a taste for it every now and again. It's been years since I've had them, but it's basically hog intestine.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, I ain't eating that shit.
Why? It's always good, man. When you get a piece of corn, it's like extra.
Oh.
But they do smell like shit when you cook them.
Because
they're terrible.
It's basically the beginning of shit. That's working down.
Chitlins and some good green collards. There's a restaurant around here that's like they cook them once a week.
You put vinegar on your collard greens?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up on the east side, so I know all about all that.
He said east side.
Yeah.
I grew up east side of Iowa. You grew up what?
I grew up in the 03.
In the 03. Nice.
I can't say that I've eaten all this weird stuff. I just,
Well, it's not weird. You just hadn't had it.
Yeah, I mean, I've eaten a lot of other stuff, like.
Yeah, like to me, like
a wild game I've had. Probably you guys have never had, but like, just like stomachs and spam and shit like that. I haven't really eaten that ever.
So see, like to me, like chitlins isn't weird. That stuff's not weird. What's weird is eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with chili.
You don't put jelly on.
That's
weird.
No, it's just peanut butter.
Regardless, peanut butter and
but as soon as you have it once, you're gonna be like, oh damn, that's so. Because we're Midwestern, we put put peanut butter on everything.
Yeah, when you sound like that, you sound like the guy that said that peanut butter liquor was good too. That's not good.
No, that wasn't good at all.
Yeah, not at all.
There was no peanut butter in that. Y'all ever put coleslaw on a hamburger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, that was good. That's
hot dog.
Yeah. I like honey mustard on hot dogs and honey on brats.
Honey on a brat?
Oh yeah, honey on a Johnsonville brat is unfreaking believably good.
Really?
Love it. Just love it. Gives it that anytime you can take like a pork and make it have a sweet on top of pork, it is. That's like why when you eat a pork egg roll, that's why you always want to dip that into like
the duck sauce. It's like a sweet
sauce. A sweet and sour.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, if you like eating brats, you don't even have to cake it. You can put a little, but I put quite a bit on now that I've gotten used to it. And the hardest part is you want it cold so it comes out a little bit slow. You don't want it super runny or your bread soaks it up so fast. But it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good.
So I take my ribs when I wrap them after they smoke for 3 hours. I take and put a bed of brown sugar down, like pats of butter, and then I take honey and just squeeze in there, and then I wrap it all up in there. Oh yeah, I love honey.
It's raining like 4 inches of rain right now.
I was wondering if we were going to have to go to the basement.
Oh, no. If you look where the little, is this going to show up?
Yeah, why are you going to do this? That's going to ruin the camera. That's you.
Yeah. And all that red is literally going to divide, and we're going to go right between the two sections of red. That's just the way it always is. Ooh, I stayed in focus. But I will say, I don't know whether or not we'll lose power or not.
I heard the thunder.
Yeah,
the thunder
it's coming
rolls.
down.
The thunder, the lightning.
It's just crazy to see how that works. Yeah, Andy, why don't you open up that back and we can see?
Oh, man.
Is there tornadoes on the ground? I don't have any warning system.
Yeah, there's a lot of water out there. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's raining hard. I'll ask Amanda if there's anything to worry about.
She's eating Jello-covered grapes, so absolutely there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, right now she's sitting at the table pounding all of the shrimp. I wonder what she made with them. Oh, I bet we either have tater tots. What'd she say? The mini hot dogs? I bet we either have tater tots or she went to make mashed potatoes today.
All right, gentlemen, we are at an hour.
Yeah, and it's pretty nasty, so.
All right. Well, boys, I'm getting ready to eat some spaghetti that's been ready behind me for an hour. Molly's also cooking some cauliflower, which smells like a wet fart. I hate the smell of that crap.
Damn. Gross.
So.
All right, boys. We'll talk later. Thank you, guys.
All right. Later.
See you guys.